previous video with the 380 Thunder, and it's pretty darn accurate at 15 yards. So I feel like this is going to do just fine, seeing as pretty much everything's the same with the exception of the magazine and the grip. So I don't think there's going to be much shock there, but that's going to be important. If you could hit it at 15, you can hit it at 5 feet. Now guys, there's going to be a bummer factor here. The Thunder 380 magazines are not compatible with the Thunder Plus, and that's part and parcel because the magazine well is going to be so much fatter. So even with the drum, ain't gonna happen. It's just too much room in there, ain't gonna work. But it's got 15 round magazines standard anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But if you were hoping that you can interchange some of your old parts like your magazines from your Thunder and you're gonna upgrade to the Thunder Plus, you're gonna have to get new mags. Sorry guys. So here we are at 15. Let's get started. So there's 15. First shot, dead nuts. The follow-on 4 were low, and the last one came up here. I'm thinking bullet drop might have something to do with this. Maybe it's destabilizing. Let's give it a go at 10 yards and see if there's any noticeable difference. So that was shots at 15 yards. We started seeing them going low, so maybe I'm a bit overconfident on how far this thing can reach. So we're gonna take it up to 10 yards and we'll do a reprint and see how it does. Now, one thing I noticed, and I want to bring up, that I love on these types of guns with the decocker on here. Now, that first shot is always going to be the heaviest because you got to pull the hammer back with it, and then every follow-on shot is going to be single action. But the deal with the decocker on there is, if you leave the decocker on, you can safely load it, and it's got the hammer disconnect, so it's not going to actuate the hammer, and there's no possibility of firing this gun while that decocker is on. So you can safely rack it, load it, leave it sitting like that, and that's fine. Now, when you're carrying it, you have to remember that decocker is going to deactivate that trigger to hammer. God forbid, if something were to happen, you need to either train yourself to hit that decocker, or you're going to have to walk around with the decocker off, but the hammer down. Now, luckily, with the Bersa series, that first trigger pull, even though it is a little bit heavier, ultra smooth. Cheaper gun, ultra smooth on the trigger though. So this thing has a lot going for it, and especially with that added capacity on this, I'd say that this one, this model right here, the Plus, is king. Let's take it up to 10.